So, Forest are busy in the transfer market.
Is that how we started, is it?
That's how it started, man. We're starting. And who do we pick on? Crystal Palace. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to Grumpy Old Reds. I want to talk transfers. We'll try and talk about the game, but this transfer is just too funny. Excuse me. Make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you've hyped up. If you're on your phone, scroll across or something on the live chat. It'll give you a hype option. And make sure as well you're subscribed. Check out the sponsors, OK Jerseys. You can get your shirts for £15. You can get 15% off as well if you use code FFTV15. Look at it. I like this Real Madrid top. All right, let's bring everyone up to speed. Let's bring this late clown on. Well, we just realized no one had spoken to you, man.
Nice you to turn up.
We just realized no one had heard you.
Yeah, sorry. I do apologise.
You had a nap?
Yeah, I did have a nap. But I woke up in time, but then I started trying to sort something out, and then I noticed that I was a bit late. So I do apologise.
You napped again, didn't you? You've just woken up. Chat, how long has Ant been awake for? Look at that face. Look at that face.
Literally.
Okay. So maybe you haven't heard since you've been asleep, but we're probably getting Mateta.
I've watched your video, my friend, and
okay. No wonder you
how
fell asleep.
exciting! It does actually seem plausible. When we first heard about it, it kind of didn't, did it? It didn't. You thought, no, this is going to be one of them. But now the fact that we've spoken to the guy, and he's obviously said yes, because terms are not expected to be a problem, which means they've already been agreed.
I can go a step further, by the way. Little inside info for you guys. Spoken to a couple of my journalist mates, and Mateta is completely open to the move to Forest. So
yeah.
Well, he should be, shouldn't he?
Yeah, so that's quite exciting. I really do rate the guy. I mean, last season he was phenomenal. Obviously, he's not been quite as phenomenal this season, but they've got a lot of down
Let me jump in on that when I get a chance. Did you watch him on the weekend against Chelsea? He
missed the sitter, yeah.
He was ball, and I think he lost the ball for their second goal. I don't think the universe will allow Mateta and Awoniyi to be playing well at the same time, because we got Taiwo Phenomeno yesterday and Mateta was awful. So I don't know, right? You know, I'm going to defend Taiwo, and I think Bruce has already said it in the chat. I'm the only one who's not flip-flopped, unlike you lot. You lot should be ashamed of yourself, some of the things you said about him. But yesterday, even from his first touch, he was brilliant. He wasn't shinny. I was literally writing down, this is the least shinny I've seen him. And then it was from Milenkovic's clearance. To be fair, MG Dub defended really, really well and managed to clip it over to Taiwo. And when he got the ball, unlike you, Wolfie, I was confident he was going to score.
Really?
Yes. And
really?
I've not screamed so loud. I've not screamed so loud this season than when he scored that goal. You lot will have heard
first second half you've watched this season, bro.
Shut up. I sent you a voice message straight away in the group chat telling you, you're a bunch of arseholes.
Yeah, it was quite violent, that was.
I haven't heard it.
Quite aggressive, but it was in the heat of the moment. I couldn't have been happier. Honestly, couldn't have been happier for him. And it was brilliant from the start yesterday. This is my defense of Taiwo. That first season, he scored the goal that kept us up, right? The winner against Arsenal was Taiwo, right? And also that season, he got injured. It was at the Southampton game, wasn't it? He got injured. I was there because I only went to 2 away games that season, and I was unbeaten. We only had 1 away win, and I went to it that season. Okay, so I'm definitely not a jinx, but he got injured that season at the Southampton game. He never really recovered from that hamstring injury. Then he went away on AFCON duty. I think did he get malaria or something coming back from AFCON?
That was Sangare.
Okay, Sangare. But he got an injury, I'm sure, around AFCON time.
He got Miss Titus.
Eh?
He got Miss Titus.
Well, whatever it was. Anyway, right? And then he came back, and basically he never got a run of games in that time. And one of the reasons it didn't happen last season, and let's not forget the injury he got when he crashed into the post, also his nose being split across his face. There was some serious injuries that
Okay, let's cut this waffle down. Hold on, let's make this nice and simple.
What?
Ez, I'm gonna make you Edu. Okay, you're now Edu or Marinakis. You're sitting there in the conversation, and they turn to you and they say, Edu. Sorry, Ezu. Ezu, right? Either you tell us now we can go in for Mateta and he's gonna come, or you tell us to put our faith in Taiwo. What's your answer?
Get them both. One's going to the other one's not.
That wasn't an option.
If it's a difference between if we have to lose Taiwo to get Mateta, in the long run, yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it in the long term.
For that whole 5 minutes, you just wasted all our time.
5 minutes is to say that you've been really harsh on him because he's not had a run of games. He's been through some serious injuries, and when he has come on, he's had 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. When we've seen Taiwo get a run of games, he scores goals. He's a threat. So you can't keep just putting him here and there.
Bro, when was the last time Taiwo scored goals?
It was when he had a run of games, when he scored a 6
3 years ago.
Exactly, but that's the last time he had a run of games where he was injury-free. That's not his fault.
So you think it's harsh to call out his performance as being crap?
The reason he didn't get in last season is because we had a striker that was scoring goals. Taiwo was never getting in, okay? So he was only going to get minutes here and there. And those minutes here and there are not going to give him a match fitness. He needs to be the Taiwo that we need. You know he's a threat. He was a threat that first season. He was a surprise. Addition to the league. Defense has struggled against him. We've spoken to the Arsenal boys on several occasions, and they hate coming up against him. He scored our last 2 goals against him, hasn't he? You know, he is a threat if you play him right, if he gets a run of games. But to answer your question, sorry.
Answer the question. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, if we have to sell Taiwo to get Mateta, then yes, we get Mateta.
I apologize to the chat for the last 10 minutes.
I'd like to back you up a bit, actually. I think that people are a little bit. And don't get me wrong, I've criticised Taiwo plenty of times because he's deserved to be criticised. I won't just turn a blind eye to something because I like the guy. But I do think he has got ability. We've seen it, as you say. That yesterday was absolutely brilliant. And I would be quite happy to keep Taiwo. Now, going back to the question, I would pick Mateta over Taiwo. Of course I would. You know, for one thing, fitness, if nothing else. You know, Mateta doesn't pick up the amount of injuries that unfortunately Taiwo does. But I agree with Ez. I think if Taiwo got himself fit, he's looking leaner. He had a bit of pace on him yesterday. I think that if we can keep him fit, he's a good backup striker. I don't have a problem with that.
How many backup strikers do you want?
Listen, you can't have too many strikers, mate.
Definitely not.
I'm surprised. Look what's happened to us.
We didn't have one goal in 1 year. We didn't have one
striker able to play against Braga the other night. So you can't have too many.
Can we not just stick to the facts and acknowledge the fact that Taiwo did well yesterday? Taiwo's a great guy. He scored a great goal, but he's shit.
I don't think he is. I have this argument with you lot. I don't think any player playing in the Premier League is shit.
Yeah,
really. You know what I mean? You could say he's not great, but they're not shit.
Really?
Yeah. The time we have played him.
Why do we have to pussyfoot around players? Why can we not just acknowledge that he had a really good
around?
Nobody is, but
we're not pussyfooting around.
But just to say somebody's shit isn't an argument. It isn't. Why is he shit? Why hasn't he had time? Why hasn't he had minutes on the pitch?
He hasn't scored a goal for 18 months.
I'm sorry, this is so reactionary to one goal, man.
No, it's
so
not.
reactionary.
To be honest, I don't think we should spend an awful lot of time arguing about
it.
We were talking about Mateta anyway.
We were talking about Mateta, weren't we?
But you asked the question, you asked the question about Mateta.
I didn't. You brought Taiwo into it, bro.
A 10-minute eulogy for Taiwo.
Was it eulogy?
I tried, mate. I tried.
I really think
I'm sticking to my guns. Unlike these flip-floppers.
Listen, Taiwo did score the goal that kept us up in the first season. But it's interesting to see how none of this sentimentality extended towards Steve Cooper, for example. Oh, he's gone now. He's run off.
Yeah.
You
I'm
cannot
listening to
keep
you,
pets, right? You know, Harry Toffolo, great guy, did a lot of work in the community. We were going to keep him in the squad for that. Joe Worrell,
Some
Ryan
people may
Yates,
say he would have been a better
where's his
option than
sentimentality now?
Hang on a second, Rob. The only reason he did a good job in the community is because he got found out gambling. He didn't do shit.
Yeah, I know.
That.
Right, well, we are going. That's
so
a tangent of a
disingenuous,
tangent.
that is.
Should we get
I
back
think
to
he's a
Mateta?
nice guy. I think that's
Okay,
so
can we stop this
Just-
Stanley Ibkiss stuff, man? Nice
just
guys
to
finish
be
last
clear,
and everything.
Just to be clear, Ez is never allowed to accuse me again of not answering the question. You can ask a question about Mateta and talk for 10 minutes about Taiwo. Obviously, I'm happy that Taiwo scored yesterday, and I like the guy. But my first thought was, great, maybe someone will take him off our hands before the end of the window.
Yeah, he's just increased his value.
My priority is Nottingham Forest not being relegated.
You know what? That is a solid point, Rob. Because
Yeah,
there will be.
look,
You know what these clubs are like? They're desperate in January. They look at it and think,
MLS was always the obvious option, but maybe someone in the Championship might be interested in him. Now, coming back to Mateta would be a fantastic signing. I'm not sure it's going to happen, right? And the reason I think that it's got to this stage is what a brilliant way to unsettle the player before Sunday's game, right? I don't care whether we sign him or not, as long as he doesn't play on Sunday, because this is what it's all about. So even if we force Juventus or AC Milan or somebody like that into making a bid, they'll have to not play him to keep him fit for that transfer. We must beat Crystal Palace on Sunday. If we could get Mateta, great. But I mean, this sort of thing doesn't happen to us. In terms of who's the best use of 35 million, him or Strand Larsen? Obviously, it's Mateta because he's had two seasons. Well, hang on, right? Both of them scored 14 goals last season, but Mateta scored 16 goals the season before and 8 goals this season. I don't know why they're so keen to get rid of him. Are they going to play Eddie Nketiah up front? I just think that they're really speed running relegation, Crystal Palace. We should be doing everything we can to help them in that goal. And final point is, I think after everything that's happened, it's only fair that we give Jean-Philippe Mateta the opportunity to play in the Europa League.
And he wants to play in the Champions League. Now, I'll tell you why Palace will do what they do. Let me just do these super chats. We've got a really nice super chat that I want to bring up. Congratulations to Alex. He goes, can I get a shout out, boys, on my new daughter, Millie, being born? Another Forest fan born into the family. Love you guys. Keep up the amazing work. Many well congratulations. Good luck with the super snacks. My brother's going through it right now. He's got serious bags under his eyes. But many congratulations, chat. Give your love to Alex.
That's a lovely name as well, Alex. Millie. It's a lovely name, Matters.
And it looks like Alex was born in the same year as Ant as well, 1709. So congrats, Alex.
Yeah, well done.
The S-Man with the 4.99 goes, I'll be honest, I took the dog for a walk when Bambi came off the subs bench. I may do that more often. I don't think you're going to see him on the subs bench at all, but I like the superstitions. Keep him going, man. You know what? If Taiwo carries on being prime 9 and not Bambi on ice, I will take it, man. Thank you so much for the 4.99.
He will flip-flop.
Keep walking that dog. Vic, thank you firstly for the 39 months, you absolute legend. 39 months. I mean, that's 3 years and a bit, and that's crazy, Vic. Thank you so much, bud. Big up to Anthony with the 7 months. Shout out to you, Anthony. Big up to the lovely Jess with the £2. I agree, Ez. Come on, Taiwo. Jess, you were not saying that last year when you were all about the wood. You know what I'm saying, Jess?
Are you accusing Jess of flip-flopping?
There's a little flip-flop in there. I can't lie. Thank you for the £2, Jess. And big up Anthony with £2 as well. He goes, Big T needs a run of games. He is good enough.
I agree.
Okay. I don't buy this argument, because when I say to someone, okay, what run of games do you want to put him in? Suddenly,
next run of games. Next run of games,
you'd start him against Palace, Ez.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
no, because Jesus, I'm going to talk about Jesus.
You go then, man. Like, what are we doing here, man?
within the thing.
Jesus can't play every single game for 90 minutes or every single game, and Europe as well. By the way, that moron is probably going to play a full strength team in this dead rubber game on Thursday.
Obviously, he's not now.
He's a moron. And it's not quite a dead rubber. We get seeded, don't we?
Braga,
we do need to win to get seeded, but I don't give a shit. That will be his legacy from this Europa Cup. But he managed to get us seeded in the playoff, and that's where it's going to end, mate.
How can you call him a moron when we just beat Brentford 2-0?
He's a moron because I'm not a flip flopper like you, Crypto. That's why we got that emoji in, because of you, bro. Because you're going to back him again now. Like, no, I said at the end of the last game, the result, whatever result we get against Brentford, does not paper over the cracks of what he did to us in the Europa League on that Thursday night. So even that win yesterday, I don't give a damn. It doesn't get rid of what.
All right, let's come on to the win in a minute. Let's just finish the Mateta stuff because quite a bit to update about. Okay. So here's the layout. Now there is a video on the channel. We'll keep the videos flowing as this develops. But here's just a little quick update for you guys. So I've spoken to Ben Jacobs. He said Mateta is 100% open to it. The timeline will be as follows. So Crystal Palace are open to selling him because he's got 18 months left on his contract and he wants to move to a bigger club. Forest ticks that box. The second thing is Crystal Palace will sell him if their asking price is met and they can get a replacement in. Now, the asking price they want is 40 million. Forest are in at around 35 million. 35 million, I think, gets this deal done, even if they slap in a couple of crazy add-ons. It's more than enough. It's more than... I would say that it's probably going to be like 27 mil plus 7 to 10 in add-ons.
He's in the last 18 months of his contract.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, you're missing a trick here. 35 plus Taiwo. That solves both problems.
No, I wouldn't give him 35 and Taiwo. I'd give him 20.
Okay, no, I don't necessarily mean specifically 35. I mean the deal including Taiwo.
If there's a deal where, if that happens, but I'm not convinced on this Lorenzo Lucca coming in, so I'd still want Taiwo here, man.
Anyway, the other point is they want now to replace Mateta with Rob's boy Strand Larsen.
Yeah,
you're welcome to. You're welcome.
Okay, but here's the thing, and then add on top of all this equation, Forest are playing Palace on Sunday. The window will close on Monday at I think it's 7 p.m. UK time.
Yeah, that's gone quick.
Yeah. So I've had a quick catch up with Rich earlier. We both agree for this chain of events to happen, because Palace are a sell to buy club, they will need to sell Mateta before they can go in for Strand Larsen, or at the very least have it like a lot way down the road with Forest.
Yeah.
For that to happen, because Forest, for him to play against Palace is the point I'm getting to here, he has to be registered Friday noon to play for Palace. I don't think Palace want to do that, but at the same time, their hands will be tied because they will need the money, or at least confirmation that Forest will be putting that money through. He's going to need to do his medical and everything else. And they'll need to get Strand Larsen in as well before the first. I don't think they care too much if Strand Larsen's in for the Forest game, because they'll play Ansboy Nketiah, for example, who's their backup. And I'm all down for that one.
Yeah.
But I thought
what you say, you know what can happen, don't you, when you say stuff like that?
I've stepped on those eggshells like 3 times since he's been there and got away with it. So, but anyway,
so this could be another deal that's done against Glasner, selling his top striker, the day before the game or day or two before the game.
Yeah,
Glasner's not going to last the season, Neres.
Oh, of course he's not. Of course he's not. But you can see why
he's not going to last the transfer window.
You can see why he's angry, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in essence,
the way that Palace, I mean, you say we do bad deals. God, we're nothing compared with Palace. They give their crown jewels away left, right, and centre. I mean, 20 million for Gay. Yeah, everybody wants out.
Yeah, but it's the same as
who thinks that Wharton's going to be there next summer? You know,
well, he's not there this Sunday. He's not there this Sunday, is he?
No, he's not. That's right.
Yeah.
I did warn of the fire sale coming out Crystal Palace, and we're going to have to do it. And you're right, they are a sell to buy club. So this deal definitely look like it can happen if the player's interested as well. But will it happen before the game? Surely, if it's going to happen, it has to happen before the game.
Yeah, but you know what could be crazy?
If the game's on Sunday and it's shut on Monday, then it has to happen before the game.
Yeah.
Well, no, it could happen like say Friday evening or something. Just to avoid,
before the game, but not
registration.
necessarily in time for him to play.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about that. We can beat Palace without him anyway.
Oh no, come on, man. Come on, imagine he starts and scores the winner. Oh, come on. Corner flag kicking and all that.
If I were a gambling man, which I'm not, I'd put money on it. If he started, then he'd score. Because I said they're just heading down that road, aren't they?
Yeah, but here's the other thing. So I said to Rich, and big up Rich, by the way, make sure you subscribe to Rich, right? As much as we bantering Palace and stuff, we are mates with these guys. I said to Rich, okay, let's say he doesn't get over the line. Will Glasner play him against Forest? Because I was like, you know what? The most Foresty thing to do, play a link scoring against us, you know what I'm saying? And he said, yeah, he probably would. But then I was thinking to myself, like, would you score against the employer who's about to give you 140k a week the day before you're about to
West Ham, so maybe he
won't play for them if he's going to sign the next.
Glasner will play him, man. Glasner will play him.
No,
he could refuse. He could refuse and go strike.
Yeah, he tried to play Eze. He tried to play what's his name before he left? The Gahey before he left. Yeah, so he was. That's what he was annoyed about. He says, I put him in the match.
Is that because he's trying to engineer a way out quicker? Because I wouldn't play a player against the opposition that he was about to sign for.
Well, no, in any case, they'll need to protect the deal, so they can't risk him getting injured.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Glasgow don't care about that because, like as said, they played Eze, they played Gay, and
the board might just tell him, look, no, he's not available for selection.
Yeah, but it doesn't work like that. They played Cali Muendo the day before.
What's the worst?
It does because he didn't play. Eze didn't play in that final game.
Yeah, but it doesn't always happen.
He wanted him to, didn't he? He put him in the squad and he didn't play him.
It was all announced in the papers. Yes, he's going to play. He's going to play. Yeah. When it came down to it, the board said, no, he's not.
I don't think they're trying to keep Glasner sweet. I think that ship has sailed, quite honestly.
Yeah. And also on this, Collins says, just so you know, he wants 175k wages. Good luck with that. No. He wants 175k wages to stay at Palace. He's upgrading, bro. When you upgrade, you downgrade your expectations.
Yeah, can we reach some kind of agreement with Chris Wood? I feel like he's never going to play again, and that frees up the wages, doesn't it?
Oh, you want to go to New Zealand?
He'll play for Palace. He'll play Palace. He'll play for New Zealand in the World Cup, Rob.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, I'll be watching every game carefully.
I ain't watching it.
Crossing my fingers.
Yeah, but anyway, so... But on the salary stuff, despite what the Palace fans are saying in there, Forest are in agreement with Eze. Not Eze. What's his name again?
Mateta. I'll tell you what, I'm glad it's not Eze. He's been crap since he's been at Arsenal.
He's not been played in his right position, but anyway.
Mate, bullshit. He's been crap. When the ball comes to him and he dillies and dallies and doesn't know what to do with it, it doesn't matter whereabouts on the pitch he is. He has been terrible for Arsenal.
I'll take him. I'll 100% take him.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Is it worth mentioning? He'd flourish, wouldn't he?
Is it worth mentioning that Mateta has been playing recently for France? He scored as recently as November, and he's holding down a place in a squad that has Ekitike, Akliouche, Cherki, and Nkunku. So that's pretty. I mean, when you consider they were the World Cup finalists as well, I mean, there would be
Mbappe, bro.
Yeah. So he's holding out a place in that squad. That's the caliber. It's an upgrade on New Zealand. There, I've said it.
Yeah. You can't let it go.
Wait. Will you allow him to go on international breaks, Rob?
I think I would allow him to go on
across the channel. Yeah.
What? Not for friendlies. No, not for friendlies. I hate friendlies. International.
He ain't 34. There's a big difference. He's not 34.
He'll be 29.
28, isn't he? 28.
He's 28 now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 28, so he'll be 30 next year.
He won't be 28 until next. Sorry, he won't be 28,
Exactly.
29 until next summer. His birthday is the 28th of June, according to Wikipedia, which I
was right. If he's 28 now, he's 30 next year.
Yeah,
because he's 29 in June. So shut up.
Yeah, so shut up, Rob.
No, hang on. Next year means next season to me. So don't talk nonsense.
That one is
calendar years, Premier League. Anyway,
so the school years are you?
So I think he's demanding. I think he wants 140k. I think Forest will pay that. Let's be real. We're paying Gibbs White 150k, 140k.
Can I reiterate something that I've said many times? Do not listen to anybody that pretends to know players' contracts, salaries, all that. It's all guesswork, and they're often miles overstated. Just to let you know.
All right, cool. But
I'm not saying you, Wolfie, by the way. I'm not saying you in this instance.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, but we need some arbitrary numbers.
Now, players' wages are ridiculous. They're just not true.
Yeah, because there's bonuses, the sponsorships, and everything. But you need like an arbitrary number to work with.
Papers are lying bastards. They are liars. They can't help themselves.
I'm not defending the papers, bro. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying
news or about football or sport or anything. They are all liars.
Bro, look at the saltiness here. Well done signing the player with the most missed chances in the Prem. Don't say I didn't tell you so. You lot would keep it in a heartbeat. This is the thing.
Don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah,
you're getting
exactly.
Larson.
Exactly. Yeah, well done on replacing him with the player who doesn't get into the Wolves team. Like, good luck with that one. Good luck.
But to be honest, I mean, on salaries, that's where we need to be competitive. We had a European place and we couldn't attract players within this league, you know, and I think a lot of it is to do with our wage structure. So 140k a week is the level. If we want to be at that level where we're competing for Europe, those teams have got players on those kind of salaries. So that's what we've got to do.
What we did wrong though, is we said right, let's make MGW the highest Forest paid player ever, and everyone coming into the club who knows football probably thinks, oh, Forest are playing their worst player 150 grand a week.
You know, more than anything, that was a power move from Marinakis over Levy. Nothing more than that. Nothing more than that. I don't think he even believes he's our best player anymore. Go on.
Okay.
I do believe, or it's been reported that Chelsea have a wage cap of 150. So
do they bother?
We give him 8-year contract. Well, we give him longer contract.
We're all about these players who are earning 300 grand, 250 grand. Some of them are, don't get me wrong, but a lot of it is just BS because it's you know, it's spectacular to say a player's on 250 grand a week. A lot of them are, they're still on massive wages, don't misunderstand me. But Chelsea have got a 150, and Chelsea spend a lot of money, and they're trying to get into, you know, winning titles and stuff. So
yeah, but a lot of it's based on.
So 140 is a very, very high wage.
Wait, hold on, and I can't resist.
Based on bonuses.
Based on what you just said, then how do you know Chelsea players are capped at 150?
No, I did say it's been reported.
Well, I report for good.
I said it's been reported with a lot of different places besides the mainstream media.
You walked into that one. The thing is, though, their contracts are made up of like goal bonuses, appearance bonuses, clean sheet bonuses, how long you played on the pitch. But
nobody knows. You say all these things as if it's fact.
Well, it's true. It is true, though.
No. You don't know. You've not seen the contract, mate.
I do, because Ben, whatever he's called, my brother from another mother, Ben, he spoke to us about the contracts as well.
Listen, I don't doubt there are bonuses included in all these. What I'm saying is you don't know what they are and what they're for.
Why are we getting caught up on such a pointless point? Like, I don't understand.
It's that bloody Palace fan started it off, but 140 grand, 175 grand.
Rob, yeah, no.
Anyway,
sorry,
so the poll is up in the chat. Would you take Mateta or not? 92% of you are saying yes. Now, contrary to what the Palace fans are saying, and like the only opinion I find valid, by the way, is Rich's. I'm like, definitely not yours, right?
Like, you have to say it like that.
Not after that opening gambit, 10 minutes.
Because look, here's the thing, like, this is Rich's take on it. If this goes through, me and Rich, and I really would need to do something with D about it as well. That'd be funny. Rich said to me, he's out of form. He said he's not scored in 11. He wants him to go because Rich doesn't like players that don't want to play for his club at his club, kind of thing. I said to him, all right, but do you think he's crap? He goes, no, of course I don't. He goes, he's just out of form and he is missing a lot of sitters. And but he said he's quality striker still. So this out of form thing, I don't even think it's out of form. I think it's out of love. know what I'm saying? Like he just wants to leave the club.
And he's not scored 2 in the 11. He hasn't scored his last 11. He scored 2 in the last 11, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, 2 in this 11. But how about this?
For the year, which
Yeah, I
is
was going to
more
say,
than
how about this?
And
He's on 10
scored,
for the year. He's on 10 for the year. He would walk in as our top goal scorer in the Premier League.
Exactly, more than double our top goal scorer.
Yeah. What is our top goal scorer? Don't tell me it's Gibbs White. Right?
It's Gibbs White.
Gibbs White.
Take away penalties.
Yeah,
take away penalties.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at all the stats now, they'll say goals scored, non-penalty goals scored.
Well, Gibbs White doesn't score penalties, man.
Nobody keeps a record of that, and it's only you that actually cares about it.
Yeah, there is people do keep records.
Told you,
of open play goals.
If you look at the stats now, by all like Opta, you look at Opta stats now. One of their stats is non-penalties goals scored.
Yeah, and I mean, whatever it is, you can't even say it's X times Strand Larsen because you can't times 0 by none. So,
Strand Larsen has scored 1 goal, actually.
He hasn't. He scored 0.
No, he scored 1.
He's got 1. Guys, there's over 700 in here. We're on 142 likes. Do me a quick favor. Hit that like button. Hit that hype button. I still don't know what it does. And make sure you're subscribed as well if you are new. Okay.
Oh,
What?
I was just going to say, while we're sat here slandering Morgan Gibbs-White, I'd like to congratulate Morgan Gibbs-White. He has got the most assists for Forest in the Premier League ever. He's the highest assisting player for Nottingham Forest in the Premier League ever. So congratulations to Morgan Gibbs-White. Cheers.
Boys, he's close on Steve Chettle's Premier League record as well for appearances, I think. Oh, he's overtaken him. Yeah. You got to think about it. How long have we been in the Premier League?
You think back to that first kind of era, if you like.
Premier League stuff.
Yeah,
Premier League era. Yeah.
I mean, you know, Bobby McKinley didn't play in the Premier League, so does his 652 appearances not count?
No, they don't count, Ant.
No, Wally Ardron's
Wally Ardron.
Does it not count?
Anyway, man, you lot are just going off on tangents left, right, and centre.
I'm not.
All right, I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm cashing in tickets. I'm going to cash them in for air miles, actually, because I'm away for a few weeks. I'm going to enjoy this stream, guys. And you lot do whatever you want, but I'm having fun, man. Carry on. All right. Keep interrupting.
All right, let's move on and talk about the game yesterday. So, fantastic 3 points. My assessment was very good first 20 minutes, rubbish 70 minutes after. Too deep, pause. And yeah, Brett, I think against a better team, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if we keep them out. But my biggest positive, boys, was that back line. It's back. Is it back? Is it back? Can we start there? Is it back?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, it was clear how much Aina tired, but let's remember his assist for the first goal, which was a superb piece of dribbling, taking on his man, something that we haven't seen from the team. Did anybody notice several times it cut to Dyche yesterday and he was mouthing, play football, play football? Did anybody else notice that?
Oh, yes. I wrote down what he was mouthing. I've got a few.
Yeah, but you did see that, right?
No, so, every time I was just trying not to look at his nose.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, can we just shut up about sacking Sean Dyche for a bit, please? Because we, at least leave it until he's lost a league game again. All right.
No, we should sack him now, Rob. We should sack him now.
I'm still not forgiving him for the understrength team that he played on Thursday.
Okay, but we're talking about the bloody back line, and you don't want to get into a Dyche in-out thing.
Well, I know that's where it's going to go straight away.
Just one person.
I know
that's where it's going to go straight away. I said on Thursday, you'd better bloody impress us on Sunday. And luckily they did. Because we should acknowledge that we have done the double over Brentford, which is a team that we actually couldn't beat for toffee in previous years. So
we won last season. We won last season.
No. What was the result at home against Brentford?
We lost, but we beat them away.
Yeah. So we've done the double over Brentford for the first time.
Your statement there was against the team that we couldn't beat previously.
Right. Okay. We've beaten them. Right. I will now correct myself, and you're going to give me the time to do so.
Go ahead.
In the last 3 years, we've beaten them once in 6 attempts. Now we've done the double over them. I'm happy about that. I hope you don't mind. Thank you. Right.
I don't mind you. Why would I mind you being happy about it?
The defense was very good. What I noticed was the body language, which was Milenkovic and Murillo doing chest bumps, high fives, etc. It was that's what we've been missing, because that's how good they have to be to shut out a team like that that's got the second top scorer in the league, Thiago. The only other team to beat them there was Man City. And it was funny because like last year, again, they had the best home record in the division until we went and beat them there. So I think we can now...
It's normal. So us breaking their home record.
We can now officially remove Brentford from bogey team status. And it just gives me some hope that one day we might actually beat fucking Bournemouth. Miracles can happen. Only other thing I want to say about the game is both goals. I think those were the best 2 goals we've scored all season, and they're in the same game. That Igor Jesus goal, the chest control and the volley. He did a great goal at Liverpool that wasn't allowed, where he controlled it on his chest and volleyed it. But the technique there was absolutely top draw. Now, he might not be like a kind of Calvert-Lewin, always appearing 3 yards out to sort of bundle it over the line, but he's clearly got far more skill than that player. I am looking forward to see him playing in the 10 once we've got somebody like Lucca or Mateta in front of him. I think he's a very hard-working player. He has a tremendous amount of skill, and he clearly has a lot of commitment, and you could see what his goal meant to him. So we've already waxed lyrical about Taiwo. I just want to give credit to Igor. And, 2 goals is a hell of a lot better than 1. So hopefully he kicks on now because he's doubled his tally for the year. Congratulations to him.
Can I give credit to who I actually thought was man of the match yesterday? I know Taiwo won it in the player ratings, but for me, it was Matt Sells at key moments.
Nah.
So listen to my reasoning behind it. So obviously we scored the goal around, I think it was 12-15 minute mark, and then they got about double injury. Where what's his name went off. He's their biggest threat as well, that midfielder. And I know and Aya was the defender that went on. So Damsgaard, and Aya went off. They bought on Django Unchained, didn't they? And he got a chance literally within a minute of coming on. And that was probably their best chance of the game. Sells stood strong. He didn't go down too early, and he didn't let it go through his legs. That was a great save. That was a game-winning save.
I thought Kelleher was shit by comparison, by the way. I think
he's overrated, and I don't think if we had got him in the summer, he wouldn't have been a starter. He would have been.
Kelleher's been really good for them this season.
No, I don't think he has. Their style of play is a mid to high block because they like to get the throw-ins. They like to really close you in. If you can break through that. If you can break through that, then you can get through them. And Aina reminded me of what we did last season. He turned into Ilanga, I called him, on that move. He kind of almost ran out of steam when he got to the byline, but he clipped in across, and Jesus' technique there was unbelievable. He knew he had 1 defender around him. He normally has 2 or 3, and this is where the problem is, because the ball does get to him often. Just a few minutes before that, MG Dub had a great move where he's nutmegged the guy, got the cross in, and was a really good cross to Jesus as well, the defender, which is very tight to him. So we did create a couple of chances when we managed to break that mid-high block that they had. Once we did get into their boxes, like I said, we created that chance, but it needed somebody to do something different, and that's what Aina did. He took it upon himself to run the length of the pitch. He did two players' jobs right there, because I don't know where Hudson-Odoi was at the time.
Hudson-Odoi put him through, actually. I think you should be fair to Hudson-Odoi. No, Hudson-Odoi put him through quite nicely.
It was 1-2, wasn't it? Yeah, but it was a 1-2 from out. I think it was from defending a throw-in or a corner, but it was from defending a set piece. And we managed to break.
After they nearly scored.
They nearly, absolutely.
Yeah, when they robbed Sangare.
Gave the ball away.
Sangare got robbed.
That was a horrific pass from Sangare, man.
Horrific mistake.
He had 2 on him. To be fair, though, he was pretty good the rest of the game. I wouldn't.
So you agree? That was a counter-attacking goal, pretty much similar to last season.
Yeah. That was last season. It was pacing that counter-attack, bro. There was
and
pace.
that was the way to beat them yesterday. But the problem is, like I say, when we can't break that press. So as good as the back five were, I think the difference was having the likes of Anderson, Sangare, and Dominguez ahead of them, because their jobs were made easy because we were disciplined and we won that midfield battle. We managed to break that press and we managed to get ourselves ahead.
I disagree with that a bit, Ez. I disagree because I look at Sangare and Anderson as two players that can control a midfield against most teams in the Premier League. But if their starting position is the D on the edge of our box, no one is good enough to control a midfield from there. If you look at the team shape in the first 15, 20 minutes, it was correct. The counterattacks were good. There was good possession, good passing. And then after 20 minutes, we went so deep that you had Sangare and Anderson just sitting on the D in front. There's no way they can influence the game because you had Gibbs right there, then you had Igor Jesus. In fact, Igor Jesus was coming back as well. The problem with the shape of the team was too deep.
But that's what I'm saying. Actually, their substitutions didn't help them because it changed their shape. Because Watara, he's going to be a lot further forward. He's not a Damsgaard, is he? So Damsgaard was sitting back and he was creating those chances. He's a great passer of a ball and he does pick out a pass. As soon as he's off the pitch, that changes their style altogether. That's where we took control of the game. And as much as we sat back, they weren't a threat. The only threat really was when Sharda was beating Aina. Aina had a shocking game against him, and the chances all came down that side. So Aina isn't quite back to full fitness, but he had a great game. He got 90 minutes yesterday, didn't he? And I think that will be good for him longer term. But I wouldn't be playing him on Thursday and giving him a rest. Sorry, somebody wants to jump in. Go on.
My assessment of the game is that we were fantastic until we scored. I mean, really good until we scored. And after that, it was pretty much, and this is not a criticism necessarily, it's a kind of disappointing, but not a criticism, is that it was very reminiscent of our best last season. We shut up shop and they couldn't get through us with that back five that we've got. And that's encouraging because we need that back five right now. You know, I think under this manager, I think we can forget the ideas we had pre-season of playing more expansive, flowing forward and scoring some goals and stuff like that. I think we can forget that under this manager. So if you're not going to have that, the next best thing is to be really solid at the back. And there were signs yesterday and against Arsenal that we're starting to get that again with that back five back together. Once Aina's fully fit, Sells is, for my money, Sells has been great just recently. He's looking very good, back to his best almost. Yeah, no, I'll say back to his best, and that's encouraging. But that's what we're going to get, I feel. So don't get yourself excited thinking, oh, we've got 7 points out of the last 3 games. There's a lot of clubs that would be happy with that. But it's not going to be exciting. So buckle yourselves in. Let's get a few points on the board. Get out of any sort of. I mean, I've never said we're in trouble of relegation. I've never believed that. But let's just move away because it's a bit embarrassing a club like ours being down there. Let's be honest. So let's get away to a mid-table and then reassess for next season. That's where I think we're at. And I would really like to do well in this Europa League, i.e., win it. But I'm afraid after what I saw. I'm afraid after what I saw at Braga, I do have my fears about what Dyche is going to do to us in the Europa League. I do.
Yeah, but your point about
hopefully they'll ignore him and do what they want to do.
And your point about shutting up shop after we scored the goal, isn't that the point though? Like you're against Brentford. If we were playing Arsenal yesterday. And we shut up shop. We'll
do it against everybody. We'll do it against everybody.
No, but my point is, we saw in the first 15, 20 minutes that they were good enough to do it. That's the frustration for me.
Who are you talking to? You're talking to me. You know what?
I don't know. You're kind of like talking like, yeah, it was all cool.
I'm just being realistic. I'm not saying I want us to do that. Not at all do I want us to do that. But that is what we're going to do.
But can you not agree about that? That's what we did last year, though. You know, we're talking as if last year when we nearly got Champions League, we were playing people off the park, right? I can name you a whole bunch of games.
Rob, I did say it was reminiscent of last season.
Exactly. So, I mean, if the worst thing that Dyche does is he makes us like when we were playing under Nuno last year, winning games 1-0 with one shot on target, I'll take it. I'll
what I'm
take
saying.
Yeah.
Buckle yourselves in. That's what you're going to get. And,
I mean,
and we'll be fine.
think about last year. Man United, 1 shot on target, won 1-0. Ipswich Town, 1 shot on target. It was a penalty.
Braga, no shots on target.
1-0. Yeah. Man City.
Yeah,
1-0.
but Rob, it's different. It's different. The difference is for me the speed of the transition. Last year was lightning.
It was good yesterday. It was
we had a Langer last.
It was good for the first 20 minutes. I'm agreeing. Look, I was sitting there saying after 20 minutes of the game, I was like, we're playing fantastic football here. Keep it up.
Very reminiscent of opening day game against them with reverse fixture. That's how we started in the reverse fixture.
Though, like Murillo had been told to pass forward more, and he was giving the ball away a lot. But I think they basically decided to take that risk. I think Dyche has clearly got the message and told them, look, this backwards and sideways is not going to produce shit. You have to risk some forward passes. Now, a lot of those came back with egg on their face, but we did achieve 2 really nice counter-attack goals yesterday. So
from
hopefully
forward passes.
Scored by forwards as well. So hopefully they're going to believe that they can do it, and they're going to start doing it a bit more, because that is the formula that worked for us last year. Last year, we were complaining that it was boring, and I said, look, I don't give a toss about being entertaining.
No,
you were. This is part of it.
We were a little bit. Come on, let's be honest.
No. We were saying
Nuno with Ange Postecoglou because we wanted more entertaining football. Own it. Yeah,
that was
3 months. No. You're conflating like 4 different conversations.
We were losing. Yeah, I wasn't complaining about the style of football last season. Not at any stage.
Let me.
You're not going to find any clips. I don't flip flop like you lot.
Let me jump in. I'm sick of listening to Rob. I agree with. I agree with a lot of. I agree with a lot of what Rob said. I think it's time we should give Sean Dyche some credit. He's got a 42 points.
I am switching up now.
And on the button.
Sean Dyche with Nottingham Forest has got a 42.7% win percentage in the Premier League.
We have a flip-flop. Everyone changes their mind. Like they didn't say that last time. We have a flip-flop, trying to erase the past. Well, buddy, you're having a laugh.
Sean Dyche has got a 42.7% win percentage in the Premier League. Do you know where that puts him in terms of managerial win percentage?
He's only just. Well, hang on though.
He's in the top 10.
Wikipedia. If you look on Wikipedia, the only permanent manager with a higher win percentage than Dyche is Clough. All the ones like Frank Barlow and Ian McParland, they were caretakers, right?
I know, but I'm talking about in the current Premier League table, Sean Dyche is 10th in terms of win percentage. So the stats count.
You keep him for the next few years, would you, then, Crypto?
No, until the end of the season. Until the end of the season.
And you're not understanding. I flip-flop game by game. If we lose next game, he's gone. He's dead.
We know what it is. That's what you
got. Man, we got Ez putting Taiwo back in. We got Crypto freaking.
Listen, I don't flip-flop. I didn't throw. That's my whole.
You're starting him. Ez is starting him.
You started the stream with a flip-flop. Look, let me make these points.
That's my whole point.
Let me make these points. Yesterday, I thought Dyche chose a good starting 11. I thought it was a decent starting 11. I thought his substitutions were good. I love the fact that he trolled us all by saying Ryan Yates coming on, and then he said, "Not really, mate."
Oh yeah,
You're having a laugh now. We beat Brentford, a clean sheet against Brentford, who have only lost once this season at home.
Yeah, it's great.
I think they had 1 shot on target. He made the right subs, a good starting lineup. He was going crazy at them, telling them to get forward. I know they sat back, but he was, when the camera was on him, shouting at them to go forward. So that may have been the team who were pushing themselves back.
All right.
Wait, hold on. What I want to understand is who's criticised Dyche's performance yesterday, Ben?
Well, you lot have all just got agendas. So whereas my agenda,
not me.
No, answer the question. Answer the question. Who's criticised Dyche's performance yesterday?
You as an ant. Obviously not Rob. Rob Dyche.
From yesterday. Let's stay relevant.
When?
Don't make me bring up the WhatsApp poll with Dyche in or Dyche out.
I'm Dyche out. You don't need a poll. I can say it from here.
Something Crypto just said was bang on. Something Crypto just said was bang on, because Keith Andrews afterwards goes, we've lost to a team that only had 2 shots on target. I thought, well, you only had 1. So shut
Exactly.
Yeah, but he was a pundit on Sky Sports, bro. That's what we beat yesterday, man.
All I'm saying is,
I repeat, Braga beat us with no shots on target.
Yeah, exactly.
that was what we call a Dyche special. But all I'm saying is, we've got to give credit where credit's due. We can't just have an agenda constantly. And in terms of man of the match, it was clear to me it was obviously Milenkovic.
Thank you. Okay, that's the first sensible thing you said. It was Milenkovic hands down.
The thing I loved about yesterday, whether you like Dyche or not, if you look at the players, people like Sells and Milenkovic, they look like their old self. And I'm sure you guys will agree, like the back line, especially, once Aina's fit, we know Nico Williams is brilliant. Murillo's been playing well. It looks so good. Sangare starting with Anderson is amazing. Dominguez is back in form. Even Morgan Gibbs-White is getting assists again. If we get our strikers in form as well, I don't think we'll be anywhere near relegation. I think we'll be a mid-table club again by the end of the season. Now, I'm not confident about Europa because for some reason, when we put our B team out, when we put our sub team out against these crappy farm league teams, we lose. We're just crap. But our starting 11, I think, is genuinely good. I think it's decent. I think we could be a mid-table team if we have that starting 11 going forward. And if we get someone like Mateta in there, then it gives us a different style of attack as well. So that is right, Nicky, as well. I'll give you that. But don't forget, if we do get a Mateta in,
he's ever said, man, and he's never said anything funny.
Love Nicky. Don't diss my boy.
Nicky, just to remind everyone,
you got him in the cupboard again.
Yeah, you're
I always have to remind everyone when Nicky makes a super chat that Nicky has his own name tattooed on himself in case he forgets it.
When you get as pissed as Nicky gets, you need that, mate. To remember.
I've never seen anybody get us. If you think I'm bad on WKD, this guy's like 20 pints deep by half time. So yeah.
But yeah, I think Crypto started that with like say we need to give praise to him.
Yes,
I'm not having it. Milenkovic was great yesterday. Sells was great yesterday. I think those players are back to knowing what needs to be done. I don't think they're paying any attention to him whatsoever. Mate, I saw him come out after half time and I wrote it down. He's like, and obviously it always has to cut to him at some stage, whether it's start of a game or just before we come out. And he's like, oh, let's go again, let's go. I was like, how did he come up with that? Genius, mate. It's that blue sky thinking. I'm sure the players don't give a shit. Yeah, they go in at halftime, they go for a piss. I think Milenkovic goes for a cigarette. I'm a smoker. I know a smoker. I bet he goes for a fag, yeah? And the rest of them just like check their phones and then they come out. They know what they need to do. They should do at this stage. And I think they're ignoring him anyway. That's why we got them playing the way they did last season yesterday. So I think they don't pay attention to a single thing he says. The other thing that annoys me is when they do cut to Pinky and Perky with him, he would ask them a question, and the amount of times I've seen won't say, I don't know. Now, when Sean Dyche is asking you a question that you can't answer, mate,
that's worrying. That's worrying.
Oh, I did have a new name for him as well, Dyche. So I'm just going to call him a Dyche. He's a Dyche, man. I've had enough of him. I don't want him at my club.
I'll tell you what else I saw yesterday as well as it, I can't remember at what point it was, but I know that we were under the cosh. And the camera panned to them, and they were laughing. The three of them were laughing. Like somebody said, I thought, "What are you fucking doing? There's a game over there, mate." You know what I mean?
We're 2-0 up at that point. They're probably loving life.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't as late as that. No.
No, they were saying, "Should we put Taiwo on for a laugh?" And they were like, "Yeah, go on."
Oh no!
I tell you what, Rob. I thought about you when Morato came on after 87 minutes. Thought Rob will be.
It's when he's
that
up
was
from
right.
The first minute. It's when he's up from the first
his job.
You know what?
Get any of that. 3 people talking. I didn't get any of that.
Sorry,
if he's in a back three, if he's in a back three to close out a game, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Oh, no, I had no problem with it whatsoever. I was surprised you didn't come on a little bit earlier, to be honest.
Yeah, but I'll go a step further. I'll say that's the first time Dyche has made a tactical substitution, not a like for like one.
Yeah.
So that was a tactical change.
To be fair, he made quite a brave one when he took off Dominguez for Hutchinson. Now, I thought he was going to take Hudson-Odoi off.
Yeah.
Instead,
I thought Yates was coming on.
Which is why I kind of understood that, because what he did is brought Hudson-Odoi over to the left-hand side, gave him a little bit of a breather, really, because he didn't push the ball down that side. But Hudson-Odoi is one of those players that if there is a chance late on, and if Taiwo hadn't scored his goal, Hudson-Odoi was the furthest up with him. So for those kind of situations, that's why he left him on. But I did think that was a brave substitution, to be fair, unlike him. Our starting lineup that Bennett alluded to, I think this is the strongest. Maybe whether you switch out Hudson-Odoi for Hutchinson. Other than that, that is our strongest lineup. And that's what he was protecting by not playing any of them.
I think it is the strongest lineup in the wrong shape.
MGW cannot be our strongest lineup. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, it is.
Even with MGW, the shape's wrong.
No, I'd rather have Jesus playing in 10 and have Mateta at 9.
Do you know what? The idea of putting someone in the 10 who can actually shoot and score.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
With Mateta ahead.
Yeah, I know Anne's going to say he doesn't score goals, but he can score goals.
Yeah, I was going to keep quiet because I agree with the formation, but not necessarily.
Another reason for Igor Jesus at 10 is I feel like he's a player that needs time on his shots. So you notice a lot of the time he's trying to take an extra touch when he just doesn't have the time. Now, as a number 9, he doesn't have the time and the space for that. But as a 10, he might have time.
Yeah, he'll probably score more goals as a 10 than he will as a 9.
Yeah, he was never brought in. He was never brought in.
Also, 8 to 10 a season is really acceptable for a midfielder, whereas it's not so acceptable for a centre forward. Yeah. So,
you could have both of them the same team and just play Gibbs White a bit deeper, because I think Gibbs White is an 8 or on one wing. Because after all, Dominguez is
Rob, how can you do that when you've got Anderson as an 8?
You swap him for Dominguez, and you swap him for Dominguez.
Dominguez is a 4.
But if you're not playing Dominguez in the 3,
it's more valuable than MGW. I'm sorry.
But if you're not playing Dominguez in the 3 and you play him out on the right, like you did yesterday, wouldn't you rather have MGW rather than Dominguez? If that's how you're going to set him up.
Hey, let's not quibble. We've got
worked against
great players. Let's not quibble.
But I agree with what Ez's saying. I can see how that's our strongest team, but it's in the wrong shape.
Yeah.
If you go 4-3-3 of that team, put Dominguez, even on the wing, he's doing fine. Don't get me wrong, but it's more so designed as a defensive cover to help a fullback. But if you went 4-3-3, put him in the middle, where I think he's a lot better in a kind of 8 position. And then even put Gibbs White on the right, as one of you just said, the Real Betis setup. That's what we did then. It was Douglas Luiz, Anderson, and Sangare.
You'd have Gibbs White right and Hudson-Odoi left.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That works for me. That works for me.
I've been saying 4-3-3 since halfway.
No one's playing 10s anymore. 10s are like not fashionable.
How many times have we said we don't need a 10? People say, and you can't drop MGW. Who are you going to put in a 10? And I say, I don't want a 10.
I don't want a 10.
Only Spurs use a 10, and maybe West Ham sometimes.
You could have simplified that and just said, I don't want MGW.
Yeah, I like to give reasons and logic, Ben.
Occasionally. Let's just catch up on some of the super chats. There's still well over 700 in here. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Make sure you subscribed as well. Big up to @3star Reds. I've seen he's just leaving. Hopefully I got to this in time. Thank you so much for the gifted membership, bro. You absolute legend. Jess has come back in with another £2. She says, "Oh, Glaze Mateta for international, but Wood and issue
still on that." On the Wood case.
That's aimed at you, Rob.
The problem with Chris Wood, Jess, is that he's 35 this year. He's 36 next year, and he's probably going to be injured all season, which means he'll be a Premier League striker at the age of 36. And he's slower than me, and I'm pretty slow. He'll be slower than me by this time next year.
Forget that, man. His knee's shot.
I think Chris Wood is. I think he's done, Jess. Unfortunately,
Yeah, I don't think we see him this season. Thank you,
Well,
Jess.
we don't see him this season. We don't see him again because the problem is you can't wait for a player like that to come back. You have to move on and get the replacement in. And once we've got the replacement in, we need to reach an agreement with him at the end of the season and just release him.
We've got it, a 1+1 contract. So in theory,
1+1, yeah.
we could let him go at the end of this season.
So the options of the club.
He'd make a good coach, you know. I'd love to have Chris Wood as coach.
Yeah. I agreed. Some part of the backroom setup, definitely.
Hang on, boys.
Of New Zealand.
Hang on.
That's what I meant, New Zealand manager.
We have no idea how good of a coach Chris Wood would be. Just the fact he played for Forest for a bit and he scored some goals one season doesn't mean he's going to be a good coach, does it?
So Cooper used to say he's part of the leadership team, didn't he?
Yeah.
He used to say he's part of the leadership team.
Yeah, but so was MGW.
So was Joe Worrell, man. Look what happened to him.
Alex with the £5.
I feel like Joe Worrell always catches strays on this stream.
All right, can I just freaking do the super chats, please? Alex with the £5. He goes, "Thank you, boys. Millie will be the future Forest women's captain. Big up to that. Hell yeah." And future FFTV subscriber. Absolutely.
We're going to keep this.
Man. You can tell he's beaming from ear to ear, man. So
we're going to keep this and hold you to this. We'll check in.
Yeah. Don't let me see subscribing to Dan Potts.
And you might not be here, but
you know
we'll
what
check
I'm
in
saying?
for you.
I don't see an Arsenal subscriber. Don't make my mistakes, man. Big up to you, Alex.
That's a bit ghoulish.
I'm sorry.
I'm saying so.
That's below.
You could get knocked over by a bus tomorrow, especially if I'm driving it.
He's going on holiday for 2 weeks, making death threats like that.
Yeah, to a third world country. Yeah,
Bangladesh is far more chance of you dying than me.
Yeah, guys, I'm not going anywhere exotic. I'm going to a third world country, so don't worry about it. I need to be careful.
Are you going Derby?
Yeah, Derby.
Marky has become a member. Thank you, Marky. Welcome to the circus, man. This is descending. And Marky's also put in a £2 super chat. He says, after group stages, Dyche will go full strength.
We won't get through the group stages.
We're
not going to get through.
League stage.
He's going to have to go full strength for the playoffs. Sure.
I think he means the playoffs.
Yeah. Full strength anyway.
Yeah, cool.
Yes. Yeah, no, he's resting on Thursday. He already alluded to that. He's resting on Thursday. Thank you, Marky, for the £2. Chris with the £2 here. He says would be on the beach if Sean Dyche had Angie's games too.
Exactly, Chris.
Yeah,
exactly.
probably true. Yeah.
It'd probably be like mid-table.
We'd be in a title race if we'd got Marco Silva.
Oh, I was thinking of Europa. Sorry, I was thinking of Europa.
We'd
we might not have lost to Midgetland if we'd had Dyche in charge for that game.
We'd have won a war with Marco Silva in charge. I'll tell you that much.
If we scored, listen.
Have you seen where Fulham are in the league, man?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, if we'd have won 42% of the games that Ange lost, we'd be mid-table.
Hey, if we scored a quarter of a chance, 70 chances that we created under Ange, we would have been a lot further up the league, man. We didn't score a single goal. 70 chances without a goal. That's not his fault.
Well, inability
to get through these super chats. So I'm sorry, chat. DA with the 2 Canadians says, first time at City Ground for me this week. Come on, you Reds. You know what? That's so exciting to hear. And are you talking about the Palace game or the Europa League game? Or both? It could be both. It could be both. Make sure you enjoy it if you're there. But you guys, is anyone going to the Palace game?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, check us out.
I'm back.
We won, so Ant will be back. Yeah, we won, so Ant's back. As long as we don't lose on Thursday, Ant will be there on Sunday.
No,
have a safe trip across, DA, and enjoy it.
You're going to absolutely love it. Mate. It's the style of football that's pissing me off.
KL with the 4 months.
Sorry, but despite what people think, I didn't want to see us get hammered by Arsenal, which is what I was expecting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that hence Lucky Charm had to sort things out, man.
Exactly.
KL with the 4th months. Thank you very much, bro. You legend. And big up to Anthony with £2. He goes, bet builder, Sean Dyche to pick his nice 5 minutes.
Sorry.
That's an easy one. That must be bad.
You ain't getting good odds on that, man. You ain't getting good odds on that. Shout out to you, Anthony. Big up to
Nicky.
big up to a guy who doesn't know his own name with the 30 months. Shout out to you, Nicky. And the lovely Matthew
Hey,
as
Matt.
well. We may have had the Stuart Pearce one,
Loves
didn't
me.
we?
Matt loves me. Matt loves me.
Does he?
Matt, I've still got that Danilo shirt from about 4 years ago.
Oh my god, he won that, didn't he?
He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it.
But that's
I wish we still had Danilo.
That's a sick
Great
shirt, that
song
yellow
as well.
one by Danilo. That's a sick
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah, Matt, message us. Well, message Ben and get it off him, man.
He has got it. I have seen it. I have actually seen the shirt. It does exist.
And I wasn't wearing it because it's about 10 sizes too small.
Yeah, there's no chance he's been wearing it.
It's like a large or something.
Okay, so just a couple of other bits and bobs just to cover off. So there is some rumors about Lewis Dunk.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hang on, before you panic, what's the point?
No, just panic. Just panic.
Bring in 49-year-old Lewis Dunk. Great. Listen, he's been a great defender. Don't knock him. He's been really good. But I don't think he's going to be pushing our guys.
No, he's too slow. I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of slow players. I mean, the primary reason, selfishly, is if you play slow players on FIFA, it's pointless. But I just don't like slow players, man. They don't get back in time. It's not for us. So.
No,
Okay,
I love it. Sorry,
I'm
just loving the Palace fans crying about this, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Just get your boy Parrish to check his email because the offer's in the emails, man. Like, you don't want to miss transfer deadline day if you want to get rid of him that badly. Sorry, you were going to say something about.
Well, with Dunk, I mean, you can see why they're looking at central defenders because the drop down from our first two to the next one in line, who's either Marato or Jake. I would say Jake. Sorry? Yeah, he's better than Marato. Thank you. And you're talking like me. He's better than Marato. Definitely.
Yeah.
Jaya Cunha's future Brazilian star, though.
Yeah, I'd like to see more of him.
I'd like to see it, to be honest. I think he'll probably be shipped out to Olympiacos, mate. He'll be one of those.
Who?
Jaya Cunha. I think that's what will happen. What's happening with the left back?
Quibano.
Yeah.
There's talks that he's going to get shipped out to either Rio Ave or to Olympiacos, or if someone else outside of the group comes in, they want to sell him. They don't want to loan him.
Who's our cover at left back? Unless Aina switches and you put Savona at right back.
Yeah. We've got Abbott as well.
No, he's not left.
We are after a left back. We will. I think we'll get a left back.
Have you heard any links?
Maybe a backup centre back, and obviously a striker. That's like the three on the target list.
We're trying to sell that young lad as well, aren't we? The young right back that was on loan, that we sent out on loan. What's his name?
Oh, De Silva.
De Silva, yeah. We tried to sell him.
Yeah, De Silva. I kind of like him, you know.
He didn't look that great defensively, though. He looked better attacking.
He looked a bit lightweight for me.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not saying put him into the first team.
You're just sizes, Rob. You're just sizes.
Well, don't forget we got Tyler Binden coming back at the end of the year. Now he should be good by all accounts. He's been playing for Sheffield this year in the Championship, but let's not forget that we have him on the board.
They hated him to start with. I don't know what he's done lately. I haven't kept an eye on Sheffield.
Well, on the plus side, he plays for New Zealand, so he can keep Chris Wood company.
Wait, is he allowed to go on international duty?
Let me see where Sheffield are in the table.
I don't know. I'm
about to have a look.
Surely the bottom or around the bottom.
17th.
Yeah.
Right.
Is he getting games?
Woman.
They're just gonna end mid-table. Let's have a look at the players.
Do you know what? Do you know, I need to fess up to something, right? You know, in the playoff final last season, it was Sunderland and Sheffield. I wanted Sheffield to come up because I knew they'd be shit and go straight back down. We'd just be sitting here.
Yeah.
Imagine if they were in, we'd be in 16th place.
You know what I'm saying, though? Do you get my point? Because if you look at the last 2 years, I think Leicester went down last year with 25 points. And the year before, it was Luton went down 24 or 26 points.
In third from bottom?
Third from bottom, yeah.
Bloody hell, that's
tell you-
pathetic.
Yeah,
Exactly, and that's why Spurs and Man U survived last season, man.
Can we talk about the R word, by the way? Because I'm
It used to be
starting
40 points at one time.
I'm starting to think
you got to
that
get 40 points.
I'm starting to think that that this will set you off, right? But I'm starting to think that West Ham aren't going down. Okay, and I'm actually looking at Palace as real candidates. I don't know what you guys think. I know they've got more points.
Definitely.
No,
I'm looking at Spurs. I'm looking at Spurs.
Yes.
They got too many points. They haven't.
I'll tell you who's going under the radar, and depends on what they do in a couple of minutes, is Leeds. If Leeds lose tonight, their next game,
we need them to lose. We need them to lose. That'd be great.
Well,
they're in trouble.
To beat them at home.
I mean, yeah, go on. Sorry.
I'm just saying, Spurs going down. Oh my God.
I love it.
Oh my God.
But
okay,
so
who's going to fill relegation spot 3 if it was out of Leeds, Palace, West Ham, or who? My gut feel is Palace, just based on pure momentum. I really do think
there's always a team that drops like a stone. There's always a team in normal, without the shitty 3 coming up.
And they're in disarray, aren't they? They're in total disarray.
Well, the thing is, if we keep trading wins with West Ham, like they win, oh shit, we better win as well, and then we better win, and they win to keep.
We're both dragging ourselves.
We'll just rise out, and someone else will drop in there.
If hadn't beaten Liverpool, they would have only been 2 points above us.
I know.
What you're forgetting is that West Ham are going to sign Traore.
Oh, no, that's fallen through. No, that's fallen through, apparently. Yeah, Lawless is saying to me it's fallen through, They didn't have it, they couldn't afford the oil, man. They had to, the baby oil was too much as an add-on.
The foot is going to kick off in a minute, so we want to go.
Yeah. I'm going straight over to Potts.
Okay, well, let me, because I'm going to give my scat, because it's going to be a negative as well. I'm going to give my scat.
Cash, by the way, in the chat.
Give my scattergun approach for his next 3 league games, which are all important. I don't think we're going to get anything out of them. I think 1 point out of the next 3 games, and we're going to beat Liverpool on the weekend I get back. So, yeah, that's my prediction for the next 3 games. 1 point. These league games, by the way. And yeah.
What, again?
I'm saying 9. I'm going 9, man.
Yes. 1 point out of those 3 games.
9.
We need 9. We're not going to get 9.
We signed Mateta. We go 9. Even despite Sean Dyche, we end up top 10.
I'm going to go 7.
Let's see.
Well, I'm sticking to
I think
1.
we'll get 5 from the next 3 games.
I bet Anne's going to say who we play.
I know we've got Palace and Wolves. Who's the other one?
Liverpool.
Leeds away.
Oh,
Leeds away.
Oh, Leeds. I didn't even see that.
I don't know. You remember that first?
That's a tough round,
no.
Mangala.
No, I'll watch Leeds tonight and see how up for it they are.
No, they'll be up for it against us though, because it's like a derby, isn't it?
The weird thing about Dyche is that
he doing against the gold team, isn't it?
Dyche just doesn't draw. He's had what, 2 draws? Was it Man United?
Arsenal the other day,
Arsenal?
bro.
I know, but it's either a sneaky win or a horrific defeat with him. And they're just, I would be happy if he just got some bloody draws. If we get a win and
get one.
If we get a win and 2 draws out of those next 3 games, it's still not bad because it means we're on 30 points with what?
A win and 2 draws will be fine.
Yeah.
No.
Like I always say, look at the other teams around us. They're not going to do anything.
No, my point is go get 7 to 9 points and we can focus on the Europa League. No, I'm saying
I agree. Go on then, let's go. I tell you what, let's go for 9 then. We'll have 9.
Yes, let's go for 9, bro.
If we get Mateta, we bloody well should. Definitely.
We'll get 1. We'll get 1 point. Mark my words, guys.
On that bombshell.
On that bombshell, right? I'm gonna send you guys over to Potts' channel. I'm gonna be live there in literally 1 minute. So go and put FFTV raid there.
Interesting stat to finish on. My cousin's best friend is Carl Darlow's wife.
Thanks for that. Like, subscribe. I'm gonna take you over on Potts' channel in just a second. You Reds.